Look, this is a number which says to me that the Fed can still cut because the sector that's being really stagnant is manufacturing, and a lot of that is the fact that the dollar is so strong. I mean, even it's very interesting. On the Costco conference call yesterday, they talked about how, hey, listen, we got these tariffs, but don't worry about it. You see, because the dollar is strong and the Chinese currency is weak, it kind of makes up for it. I mean, that's something we have to be thinking about, that we continue to lose because of the currency. So that gives the Fed reason and ability to move. I don't like that it's all healthcare again. It reminds me of the old economy that healthcare has.
Well, it's also a lot of government workers potentially for the census. Steve Leisman was taking note of the fact that private sector didn't look that great.
No.
And that does go to this question of whether capital investment has slowed and therefore hiring has slowed as a result as well.
It has. Look, I think that people are very uncertain. I mean, don't forget, if you pay any attention to Washington, do you have any idea what's going to happen? Any idea? No. None.
Okay.
What?
No,
well, I mean,
no,
Washington,
every day is an adventure.
Washington is the biggest tailwind, our biggest headwind to the economy that I can recall. I have not seen it since Nixon is such a headwind. And it's just, it fights you at every turn. You have to check Twitter. You have to check look at the lead headlines. I mean, China, Ukraine, Biden, you get me?
Jim, market doesn't care about impeachment.
No, but lowers the PE. The manufacturing stocks are doing terrible.
That's trade. That's a different. You're talking impeachment, or are you talking trade?
Well, the classic example is that when Speaker Pelosi said that we're probably going to get a deal with Mexico and Canada, and I just don't know how that's possible. And that's just a huge part of it, much bigger than China. How did we not get that deal? I mean, the Mexicans want to do it, the Canadians want to do it, the United States wants to do it, and we can't get it through Congress? I mean, that's the most...
Some people this week said if we can't get that ratified through Congress, who's to say we can get a good China deal ratified through Congress?
I totally agree with you. That's my big worry. I mean, I just think the idea of Nancy Pelosi sitting down with Trump, how is that possible? Hey, I'm trying to impeach you. Let's make a deal.
A China deal? You don't need a China deal.
If it's a trade agreement, sure. Yeah, right.
Apple. Wow. I just think that, look, they're hurting the economy. If you talk to, say, a UPS or a Union Pacific, we need a deal with Mexico. Plus, I mean, the currency is such an advantage for them. It's almost 20. You have free. Remember, if you move to Mexico, and I know the president's going to come after you, but free health care, very better education system than ever. A lot of safe cities. Don't believe all the stuff. It's a big country. No pollution control rules to speak of. Non-union.
Well, back to the employment number. Well, 3.5% unemployment.
That's
3.5%.
With no inflation. With no inflation.
And a 1.5 or 1.6 on the 10-year.
How about that, Trump?
David Wessel sent something out earlier, tweeted something earlier, said if you told people 2009 this would be the way this looks, you never would have believed it.
Not possible. It's just unbelievable.
10 years later.
I mean, remember, Marty Newsey from Paychecks, small to medium size, why is the unemployment rate not lower? Can't find people. Now, that's a percentage. You're saying they need
if that were true, then why are wages down from the prior month?
Yeah.
Right? 2.9, that's what people are asking. If it's so tight, why do employers feel they can get away with paying less than they were a month ago?
Well, I do think that there is this gig economy that shafts people. The gig economy you don't do as well.
That's curious. It really is. In a tight labor market, the fact that wages...
I was surprised that
weird.
wages didn't advance that much. I was surprised. I mean, it's incredible that you could
what
have...
we keep waiting for, and it doesn't ever really come. We've seen spurts, obviously, where it's above 3 or 2.9. But
automation, digitization. That's doing it. Keeping wages... Look, ServiceNow can replace you.